Alright guys, as you see I'm in the game of RuneScape, the version RS3. I'm standing actually near the artifact of KBD with a loadout of bandos, a tier 3 Slayer helm, steadfast boots, and a anti-dragon shield. I'm going to do 2 runs through the KBD, or King Black Dragon, for those of you that don't know. Uh, I guess he's a first tier boss, or in my opinion, one of the easier bosses in the game. I'm going to run through him twice, once with a DFS or a Dragonfire shield, and another time with the anti-dragon shield, which you can actually see that I'm wearing right now. I don't have a clingy mole attached to it or anything of that nature. I'm not going to be carrying any anti-fire potions, and I'm not going to be carrying any super anti-fire potions, just to test the raw ability of the anti-dragon shield itself. I'm going to give you a rundown of what I'm wearing and what bonuses I have so that you can better understand how I am running in here. Go right through my gear real fast. Right now, as you can see, I'm wearing full bandos, which is the armor I have on here, steadfast boots, an anti-dragon shield, a HP or constitution cape, which gives me a 2% bonus to all parts of the triangle, melee, ranged, and magic. It also gives me a 2 prayer bonus. I'm wearing a tier 3 Slayer helm, or an equivalent to the Bandos helm as far as bonuses go, and it requires level 70 defense to wear it. I'm wearing a Fury amulet, which gives me 4.2 percentage to all parts of the triangle, as well as a 3 prayer bonus. I don't know why I have these bolts equipped, but I do. I have an Abyssal Vine Whip, which takes 80 Slayer to wear, as well as a 75 attack. And I'm also wearing Warpier's gloves, which were free from the previous world event. It takes 75 defense to wear those, and 70 defense to wear the non-degradable Bandos armor that I'm currently wearing. I also have a warrior ring, which gives me a 2.7 crit towards melee. I'm running it through here with mostly monkfish, which heal 1240 each. And I also have my Dragonfire shield, that way I can just run to a bank, heal up, and then run back if I don't use any monkfish during the first KBD run. As you can see, I have no potions in my inventory, or what they call now a backpack. You can see that I have a total defense rating of 2295, mostly through skill bonus, since I have really high defense. And you can see where my health stands, mostly from base bonuses rather than armor bonus. But that's the breakdown. Now what I'm going to do is do a run and show you how I go through with my action board that I have set up for one-handed weapon as well as shield bonuses. Thank God nobody's in the King Black Dragon lair. And this is the King Black Dragon. Level 120, and will do a max damage of around 4,250, I believe, damage for a Dragonfire breath attack. Since I have the anti-dragon shield equipped, it should potentially absorb all, if not a majority part, 95% of the Dragonfire damage that may come my way. And as I'm fighting, if you see down in my chat box here, where you see people are logging in and logging out, you'll see if I get hit by a Dragonfire attack that the attack would be absorbed, and other effects such as I've been frozen and whatnot, since that's one of the KBD's abilities. I'm just gonna run through this attack real fast and maybe give some documentary of what I'm doing. Mostly what I'm going to do is hit the KBD for as much damage as I can do to it. That way it'll be effective in my kill time. I believe I have a max hit of around 2,000 or so with the Abyssal Vine Whip, and I actually have some abilities that I'll be using to heal myself instead of food or anything of that nature. As you can see, I haven't been hit with anything over 700 or so, making the anti-dragon shield very nice to have, seeing that it absorbs all Dragonfire damage. But as you can see, its other attributes can hit pretty high, and since the armor rating on the anti-dragon shield is low, you're going to be hit for a good bit. As you can also see, it's lowering some of my stats to better defend itself. Alright, I have the KBD almost completely drained of health. It started out with around 15,000, I believe, and I'm eating more monkfish than I thought I would here. And that's a KBD run with an anti-dragon shield, which isn't all that bad. Got some decent drops on this one, 250 mithril arrows, as well as some black dragon hide, which is worth a decent little bit of money if you do it right, and dragon bones. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run to the bankroll fast, which will do about the same as a restore effect. It'll restore your health as well as any, well, I don't want to say restore your prayer because it won't. As you see, it'll restore your health. It'll get rid of any bad effects after a while of actually standing in here. But I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to change shields real fast. I'm going to pause the recording and I'm going to come back when the effects have wore off. Alright, I'm back and the effects have wore off from the previous attack using the anti-dragon shield. As you can see, most of my inventory is the same as it was before, if not exactly the same as when I left it with you guys. Don't know why I'm carrying my Bandos War Shield, but that's besides the point. I'm going to give you a brief rundown of my stats now that I have the Dragonfire shield equipped instead of the anti-dragon shield. As you can see, I got a little bit of a health boost from some of the Dragonfire shield. It gives an additional life bonus compared to the anti-dragon shield, which only gives 75, while the Dragonfire shield gives 750. The armor bonus is also higher at a 170 instead of 30. Yeah, 30. So this will increase my chances of absorbing stuff. Through the wiki, it'll tell you that it's about a 90 through 95% rate of absorption. So I'm going to go back through the same process, only with the DFS. Mind you that the DFS right now is completely uncharged, and it can hold up to 50 charges. As you can see, I'm not getting hit nearly as frequently. Oh god, somebody else came in on the fight, so some of the data might not be exact. But as you can see, I'm now not really getting hit for much more than roughly 600, rather than the 700 that I was getting before. However, this doesn't absorb fire damage as much as the anti-dragon shield, which I think is a con. However, with the defensive bonuses, you'll be able to block more of other attacks from the dragon shield, and as the charges increase, you'll see that the Dragonfire shield starts to glow, indicating that it's been charged. You can unleash these charges in two different ways. You can uncharge them completely in a safe zone, or you can unleash unleash them against an opponent in a battle. As you can see, I didn't have the use for any food, and I didn't really use any healing abilities. So really, this DFS kind of helped out, but the data might have been skewed from the other guy being in my battle. I'm going to do one more run just to show you a one-on-one fight with a person of my stats against the KBD. So I'm going to wait here for about 45 seconds until he responds. Until then, I'll come back after pausing this video recording. Alright, I'm back. The KBD just respawned with about 45,000 health. A lot higher than what I originally thought that it was earlier in the video. I said 15,000. I correct myself as I am wrong. 45,000 health at the beginning of the respawn. And right now I'm going through a solo conquest, and see, I'm starting to get hit with around 700s now that somebody else isn't here diverting damage. So ultimately I might actually have to use some of my healing abilities, but I doubt it. I only doubt it because of the fact that the DFS has an armor bonus of 297, which is actually pretty good for a shield. It's close. I believe it's really close to the stats given by my. Yes, it's the almost exact stats of the Bandos War Shield, only with the anti-dragon shields abilities as well. If some of you guys that are viewing don't know what that little crystallis is next to me, it's a ability that you get from the dig site quest. It's called Ice Asylum, and what it does is it heals you for a percentage of your health, considering how close you are to the crystallis, over a period of roughly 15 seconds. And it'll heal you every 4 seconds for that percentage, depending on your range from the crystallis. Overall, you can see that the battle data is about the same. I'm not really killing it any faster with this shield, and I'm not getting hit really any less. I'm taking less fire damage. I'm not using any pots or potions. I'm getting healed at a decent rate from specific things that I'm doing. Compared to the last run, though, I've only ate 1 monkfish instead of to my previous 5. Make that 2. 2 monkfish compared to the 5 before. I don't think that I'll need any more monkfish for this fight, seeing that it only has 3,000 to 4,000 health left, as you can see indicated above the KBD's head. I'm sorry if my talk is a little bland, but I'm trying to give you the raw data as fast as I can, as well as paying attention to what I'm doing, because this is not a voiceover, this is real-time talking while I'm fighting this thing. Make that 3. And 4. See, so roughly the same amount of food was eaten, only I didn't really get shocked with a whole bunch of damage that time, and I still maintained roughly a 700 damage taken. Through both shields, I wasn't dealt any Dragonfire damage. So really, the preferences, depending on how much you want to spend, is what shield you would go with. Brief rundown of the shield backstory. Dragonfire shield is the result of an anti-dragon shield with the use of a draconic visage, or visage, however you want to pronounce it. And if you have the appropriate smithing level, you come out to what is now a Dragonfire shield, which looks like the front of a dragon's face. The anti-dragon shield is actually a free shield from one of the quests, Dragon Slayer quest, and you received it during the quest and you didn't have to pay for it. So considering on how much your budget is, you can either spend around, okay, the current price is around 700-800 GP or gold pieces for the anti-dragon shield, and for the Dragonfire shield, I believe it's around 1.2 mil right now. Okay, it won't let me trade it because it's got charges in it right now. Like I said before, you can empty the Dragonfire shield of its charges. They'll go to the wind, and thus you'll have a retradable anti-dragon shield. See, nearly 1.2 million gold, and you get about the same rate for it. So for the sake of this video and what it's worth, I would actually say that the anti-dragon shield is a cheaper and more effective solution to fighting any dragons, seeing that the DFS, in my opinion, is overpriced for a flashy piece of equipment. Even if it does have better bonuses that you can take conveniently to other places and not just dragons. Anti-dragon shield I would recommend for just dragons and nothing else. So based on those two facts, if you're fighting a dragon, I would recommend the anti-dragon shield compared to the DFS. And if you just want a universal shield and you have the money to blow on it, then you can use a Dragonfire shield, which would be enough use for your money. But if you just wanted a decent shield to take almost anywhere besides dragons, because you'll get the poop knocked out of you with some Dragonfire attack, Bandos War Shield is the way to go. Alright guys, that concludes my video. I'm Sosei Sagra of the clan Mithram as clan leader. Thanks for joining me on this chat. Catch you later.